In our earlier video, class 10th, we studied acid, base and salt. In that series, our next topic is pH scale. And what is pH scale and what is importance of pH in our daily life. So at first we explain what is pH scale. Like we have a scale and that is 1 to 30 centimeters. We usually can measure by this scale. This is for measurement. In similar way, the strength of acid and base we can measure by a scale that known as pH scale. It is easily can represent in this way. In that scale we write 0 to 14, and at the point 7, when the pH is 7, that is neutral pH, and when pH 0, 1, 2, this it means they are acidic. When pH less than 7, then solution is acidic. If pH more than 7, then solution is basic. If pH near 12, 13, 14, very strong base. When pH near more than 7, 8, 9, that is slightly weak base. If pH near 4, 5, 6, that is weak acid. Means this is a comparative term. But how can we measure by this scale? So P means, what is a P? P is a German word given by a scientist, German word that means potenz. Potenz means power. P means power. German word taken P, that are power. And P write in similar way small p and capital H. So we can write a mathematical formula by negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. What do you mean by concentration? Concentration means the number of ion, hydrogen ion concentration in mole per liter. We can say how many mole of hydrogen ion, how many hydrogen ion present in 1 liter, that is concentration. If any acid have more hydrogen, that is lower pH. This indicates by that scale if the number of hydrogen that are lower pH, and if more less hydrogen, higher pH. So it is a mathematical formula. pH is equal to negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. So what is log? Log is a mathematical term and you will learn in 11th class in more detail. For example, we write these three different formula of logarithm. How can we write? Log a to power x means x log a. This is a formula for solving this pH. X log a. And another formula that is log a by b is equal to log a minus log b. And one more, log a into b change into log a plus log b. By this log easily can be solve the problem. So what is log? Log a logarithmic is like a similar in such a way that is a tabular form, and we have to take the value from this table only. And in this table there are given logarithm and anti-logarithm. So easily can you identify in higher classes. In 11th class you will study more about this pH. But sometimes in earlier 10th class also this negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. When we write, for example, hydrogen ion concentration is 0.01 mole per liter. Mole per liter. Then this concentration, hydrogen ion concentration. So what is the pH? How can we identify? So this we can convert into 1 into 10 to the power minus 2. We can write in this way this, if you change in this. So it's when you apply this, then the pH of this compound is 2. How can say 2? Because some log values are there. Log 10 value is 1. Log 1 value is 0. Log 10 value is 1. And log 100 value 2. In similar way we can write, and you will study in higher classes more about this pH. At first we identify in this 10th class. How can we find out? This pH identified by another indicator that is known as universal indicator. What do you mean by universal indicators? The universal indicators like this, these are synthetic indicators, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. We earlier studied about this. But another indicator that is universal, that universal indicator have different color. It is a mixture of different compounds or dyes, and they have a different color like this. This one is a universal indicator. There is a written the different color. When pH 1 or 2, then it is a red color, and when pH near 3, then it changes into orange. Orange color means that is also acid. 5, 6, 7 slightly light green, that is neutral pH, and 8, 9 that is light blue, then 10 slightly more blue, and 13 dark blue, 14 very dark blue and convert into violet color. So specially we see in this universal indicator 4 different colors: red color, orange, green, light blue, blue and violet. Dark blue we can say violet. These 4 colors sometimes ask in exam, if red color, what indicates by red color? How can we measure? So these are strips like this. They are made a special different chemicals dissolved in this. So how can we identify their pH? For example, we identify different chemical pH. First we want to identify HCl. What pH of HCl? So you know this one is dilute HCl, and how can we measure its pH? So we take smaller amount of acid in this beaker, and then put this strip, that is pH paper. This paper known as pH paper, and it is made by special chemicals, mixtures of chemical. And when I dip, then their color when we dip this strip of pH paper in dilute HCl, then its color is changed. This color is red color. So this is the red color pH HCl is 1, 2, 3. Because when the color is red in the standard pH paper, when the color is red, then its pH is near 1 or 2. So it is very strong acid. So this is a pH strip. When color is red, we dip this litmus pH paper in HCl, then change into red color. We try to another acid, this pH paper in H2SO4. We can change in H2SO4. This one is dilute H2SO4. We put in beaker, very small amount, and then dip a pH paper in this. It's again changed into red color. So it is also a very strong acid, because red color, its color is red, so it's also a strong acid. HCl, H2SO4 both are strong acid. If we dip this this pH paper in acetic acid we know weak acid. So when we try in acetic acid, so we take small amount acetic acid in this, then we will observe what change in color. So this slightly brown means comparatively orange or brown color. So its pH is near 3 or 4. So it's slightly weaker acid comparative than HCl and H2SO4. These are HCl and H2SO4, and this one is acetic acid. So their color is changed. So it is weak acid, and they are strong acid. If we dip this strip in sodium hydroxide solution, this one know sodium hydroxide, and sodium hydroxide we earlier know strong base. So how can we confirm? We put some sodium hydroxide in this beaker and dip this pH strip in this. This turn into dark blue color. So this one is, when we match, this is strong base and their pH is near 14. So we can confirm sodium hydroxide is strong base. Another, if we try to confirm another chemicals, that is ammonium hydroxide. A chemical have, weak base. Ammonium hydroxide, it is a weak base and we want to confirm their pH. So we place in a beaker some ammonium hydroxide and we want to its pH. When we dip this strip of pH paper on this change into also blue color but slightly light blue. When we match, then its pH is near 9 because light blue color. So this confirm this is a weak base. Ammonium hydroxide is weak base. And if you confirm tap water, this one is tap water, or we can say normal water. We want to identify what the pH of normal water. When we dip in this, then it changes into light green. So this indicates light green color of tap water. So this color is near 6 or 7, slightly this is acidic. We can say near 7 because tap water slightly acidic water. In pH paper, especially when we observe carefully, then almost 4 different colors. First one is dark red and slightly orange or yellow, then light green, light blue and dark blue. So these colors we should know, easily identify, because sometimes in exams comes a solution is light green. What indicates? So what their pH? When light green, then the pH is near 7, means that is neutral solution. Because the solution neutral, then pH is 7, near 7. And when light blue, then pH is near 8, 9, means slightly basic, the weak basic. When pH 11, 12, 13, 14, that is dark blue. Or you can say further next means very violet would be observed, that is blue color. So that is base, or you can say strong base. So we know some examples of some chemicals like strong base. We observe sodium hydroxide in this range and potassium hydroxide. These two chemicals we easily remember. And weak base we earlier studied, that is baking soda and sodium carbonate. In this you can write sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda and sodium carbonate. These two solutions slightly weak. Another chemical, ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide also weak base. So they are very useful in further study. Weak acid, these terms are comparative terms. Hence, if the chemical have pH is 6, other chemical have pH 5. So 5 slightly stronger acid than 6-1 because this is weaker. So strength of acid increased towards 0. So weak acid example is we write acetic acid, or we can say sometimes known as vinegar, and their formula is CH3COOH. Another acid, weak acid, citric acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid. So such types compounds are weak acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid, citric acid in this. And strong acid, In strong acid, in weak acid, another example is carbonic acid also. There comes in weak acid. Strong acid, HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3. Generally we write these three acids. There are more acids also, phosphoric acid, perchloric acid, chloric acid, like this. So their pH is near 0, 1 or 2. This one is comparative term, and if a solution their pH is 2, that is near 2, that one is lemon juice. Gastric juice in our body, HCl formation in our stomach we know. So that gastric juice is HCl, their pH is near 1.2, lemon juice 2.2. Our blood slightly weak acid, blood pH is 7.4. 7.4, this is range 7 to 8, between this 7 to 8. So slightly basic, blood 7.4. So this one is a comparative term and we can easily identify. In our daily life, they have very importance of the pH. There are, at first we study one by one what are the importance of pH in our daily life. First importance, pH in our digestive system. In digestive system, we know in our body formation of gastric juice, gastric juice formation, that is HCl. So this HCl, if a person take overeating, then why our body is not digested? In digestion, what helps the HCl? Because HCl lower the pH, so easily can digest our food. But sometimes when more acid formation, then we can say a disease, that we can say acidity. So how can we remove this acidity? We can remove acidity by using a chemical that known as antacid. Antacid means those chemicals remove acidity, increase pH level. So to remove this acidity, we use normally that chemicals are known as mild base. Mild base means that are weak base. We use weak base. Weak base. For example, we use milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia we use. This one is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a mild base. Another base we use, that is baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate. And this one sometimes we see in the ad in our TV, that are ENO. In that ENO, these chemicals are present. In cold drinks, sometimes we use to remove acidity. Cold drinks. In cold drinks, that are basic solution, because there is carbon dioxide gas filled in this chemical, and so that remove the acidity. Means slightly that are basic solution. So to remove acidity. But in these days, what are the reason for acidity? The chemical that responsible for different chemical known as histamine, for responsible for acidity in our stomach was that chemical known as histamine. Histamine. You will study in higher classes this chemical responsible for acidity. So we use in these days some medicines to remove acidity, that known as Ranitidine. Ranitidine and Cimetidine. Ranitidine and Cimetidine. These medicines used in these days for acidity, because earlier we used this baking soda, but it acts as a trigger because it creates more acidity. So it is not a cure, but the chemical we used in these days, Ranitidine, Cimetidine, Rentec and Zentec, but you will study in this higher class in 12th class. In 10th class, normally we use the chemical to remove the acidity, the increased pH level known as milk of magnesia or baking soda we can use for this. So in digestive system, This is very helpful. But sometimes question comes why our stomach wall is not destroyed by HCl. Because HCl is destroyed because it is a corrosive acid. So why it not destroy our body? Because our body have mucus layer. So mucus stop to digestion of the acids. Another importance of daily life, pH in our daily life, that in tooth decay. In tooth decay. So another importance, how can you explain? We know our tooth. Tooth, we know a hardest substance, that is white substance is made, that's known as calcium hydroxyapatite. Calcium hydroxyapatite a chemical. This chemical is a layer on our tooth. That layer known as enamel. Tooth enamel. This earlier in old books this is given this chemical known as calcium phosphate. But actually this is calcium hydroxyapatite, the salt of crystalline salt of calcium phosphate. So this is hardest substance of our body. It do not destroy after death also. When we burn a body, then we remove some compounds that known as our teeth. So they do not damage because enamel is a hardest substance. But how can it destroy? So we explain by this. At first we understand enamel structure and their formula. So you know what is calcium phosphate. So how can we write calcium phosphate formula? So you know calcium charge, plus 2 charge you know, and phosphate, what is the charge of phosphate? PO4 minus 3 or 3 minus. So how can we write? We cross this. So you write a formula Ca3PO4 all twice. But in this calcium hydroxyapatite, this is a compound. Another compound is also found in this calcium hydroxide. These compounds are 3 moles. This one is 3 mole. And this one is 1 mole. So when we identify their formula is, how can we write? 3 mole and 1 mole when we combine, then we write in this way. 3 mole and 1 mole. 3 mole if you multiply by this, then Ca9PO4 6. And another one is calcium hydroxide. So when we total combine, because it is a crystalline form of this compound, then we write in this way Ca10PO4 6OH all twice. This one is enamel. This compound is a enamel. And it is hardest substance, but in our body it is damaged. It is damaged. So how can we protect this tooth enamel? Because when we take foods, when we eat foods, in our between the teeth, that is food grains remaining, that is glucose and other chemical sweet. So there are many bacteria remaining. That bacteria digest, they create acidity, and when the acidity is 5, then pH is 5.5, less than 5.5, because they produce acid, and when pH 5.5, that are acid, so our tooth decay start, means this calcium phosphate hydroxyapatite layer is damaged. So what we will do? We should our toothpaste by damage, because acid formation between our tooths in our mouths. So we should use this Colgate or toothpaste. So we want to know why we use this such type Colgate or other different paste, because we know their nature is mild base, and the pH of our between the tooth is 5.5, that is slightly alkaline. If we use mild base, then it's neutralized, and when neutralized, then our this enamel, tooth enamel do not destroy. So we will check this pH of toothpaste by this using this pH paper. So we put small amount of this one toothpaste, so it's converted into slightly blue. So this appears blue color. When we wash, then it's change into slightly blue color. So this indicates it is basic. So base neutralize the acid, so our tooth decay means our enamel is protected. So what we will do, what we do to protect our tooth, we should do brush after taking food in morning or after dinner. We should every day 2 times we use toothbrush to stop tooth decay. Another importance of our this pH in our daily life. So we know the animals and the plants are growing, means they are very highly sensitive. Our body pH, we know our blood pH slightly basic, that is 7.4, 7 to 8, but our blood is 7.4. So what happens if you take more curd or different bitter substance, then the plants and animals, our enzymes survive easily between the neutral pH. Neutral pH. So easily can survive. But rainwater, when rain comes, what pH of our rainwater? Rainwater, that is rainwater. Rainwater pH is 5.6. 5.6. What indicates this 5.6? Means it is weak acid. So rainwater is acid. Sometimes in the news and this here that is acid rain. Due to acid rain, our Taj Mahal, Taj monuments are slightly yellowish color. What are the reason? Why the marble is damaged and what is acid rain? So we can explain the reason of acidity for acid rain. So when pH of our rainwater is 5.6, it is acid. But why it is 5.6? Because in our atmosphere have carbon dioxide gas. You know carbon dioxide. When this carbon dioxide mix in water, so it changes into acid. That acid known as carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. This acid is weak acid. How can we say weak acid? Because it do not dissociate completely into ion when dissolved in water. It provides hydronium ion. When it dissolves in water, it produces hydrogen ion. Hydronium ion aqueous plus carbonate ion. Carbonate ion. This carbonate ion. Hydronium ion, carbonate ion, and sometimes bicarbonate ion also. Due to these ions, it produce weak acid. But when the rain is 5.6, that is not acid rain. Further, when pH lower, less than 5.6, that rain is acid rain. And why the decrease further 5.6? Due to pollution. In these days, due to industrialization and urbanization, lot of industry are, we know due to lockdown, our this pollution is decreased. Why industry? All our industries are closed now, so they do not release sulfur dioxide gas and nitrogen dioxide. These two gases are responsible for acidity because they are non-metal oxide, and non-metal oxide we know acidic nature. So when they mix water, sulfur dioxide when mixed in water, it's form an acid. That acid known as sulfurous acid, H2SO3, sulfurous acid. And when another gas, that is sulfur trioxide, this mix in water, this also form sulfuric acid. So they release hydrogen and this, so they are acidic. NO2 gas, when this NO2 mix in water, then it's formed nitric acid, and these acid produce hydrogen. So that's when is acid rain. When pH decrease 5.6, when pH less than 5.6, that is acidic rain. Acidic rain. Acidic rain due to these gas, sulfur dioxide, NO2 and SO3 gas. Normal rain is due to carbon dioxide. So this is damage. Why damage? Because our marble is made by a compound that are calcium compounds, that are calcium carbonates. Marble is made by calcium carbonate. That is, you can say marble. So this nature we know slightly basic, and so this acid react and it's there is damage. It is turned into yellowish color. So we should reduce pollution and we should not release more gases. In similar way, why we check all enzymes do not respire, they cannot grow in acid or base. Generally they are at neutral solution. So sometimes when we grow any plant and crops, we need to check the pH of our soil or our backyard. So how can we check our soil? So we can, by this activity, we take a small soil in this beaker and mix in water, and then we filtrate. Then we filter this soil by using filter paper. So how can we filter? We take a filter paper and each filter paper we fold in this way. First we fold one fold and again this fold, and it's placed after in this funnel. This after we place in a funnel like this. So then we can filter. We can filter this solution in similar way. We can write. We can filter. We can filter in this beaker by this solution. So after some time it's filtrate. This filtrate solution, we check the soil is neutral, acidic or basic. So why we check? Because the plants easily grow on neutral solution. If we want to check this solution, then we put a drop. This soil is slightly acidic. This soil is slightly acidic. So we should be use this soil acidic, then we use basic salt to neutralize that salt. If the soil is basic, then we use acidic salt. So which salt we use generally use for acidic or basic? That are we use gypsum. Gypsum salt used for the soil is, if soil is basic, then we use gypsum salt. Gypsum salt is calcium sulfate, and calcium sulfate is a acidic salt. So basic soil neutralize this gypsum. This is like a white soil. And if soil is acidic, then we use another basic salt. If the soil is acidic, then we use to neutralize basic salt. So in similar way, we can identify what is the importance of pH in our soil. If the soil is neutral, then plants and the small plant easily can grow. If the soil is acidic and basic, they cannot grow easily. Another use of pH is self-defense. We use pH in our self-defense. So sometimes ant sting and honey sting. When they sting, we feel very swelling in our body when ant sting and bee sting and sting and sting and honey bee sting, then it create very swelling, and they create in our muscles and our hand or in our body. There are the acid. That acid is formic acid. Formic acid, and we feel very uncomfortable. That acid is formic like this way. So what is the remedy to remove this ant sting and to swelling in our body? We should use to remove this acid, because this is a acid, slightly stronger acid than acetic acid, and their name is formic acid. Formic acid, why its name? Because our ant's name is Indica formica. Indica formica, and this Latin name Indica formica. So the ants have this acid, their name is formic acid, and this is very slightly stronger than acetic acid. And we feel, so which chemical we should use? We should use either baking soda, or we have remedy, that is toothpaste, because every house and every person have toothpaste. If we use any ant sting or bee sting, we should use Colgate, or we should any metal compound, metal, iron and other rods, because the upper surface are oxide, and oxide are metal oxide generally basic, and this acid so neutralized. So this one importance to remedy. If any person and they have no medicine, no basicity, then they can use Colgate very easily, and we use mild base like milk of magnesia or any other compound. So we can reduce the effect of ant sting or bee sting. Further importance of our self-defense means these chemicals used for self-defense. When we harm the bee, honey bee or ant, then they cut our body or use, because they use for their self-defense. In similar way, some plants, when we move in forest, then the plants that are leaves, when we touch in our body, then we feel irritating. So that are nettle plants. A plant that are nettle plant. Nettle plant. Nettle plant also produce that acid is formic acid. Formic acid, and chemical name is methanoic acid. We study this in chapter number 4 in detail about these acids. And another compound, that is a dove plant. Dove plant, that their leaves have basic nature. So in our nature there is a nettle plant, and nearby is a dove plant also, and they are basic, so acid base neutralization. Because animals are easily when moving in the forest, then they feel some nettle plant nearby dove plant, and nature neutralize this acid base reaction. So these are some importance pH in our daily life and in digestive system, pH in tooth decay, self-defense, and some chemicals in lemon juice. In one times, last year question comes, which chemical acid found in tamarind or lemon juice. So in our textbook, NCERT book, there is a tabular form given, and on that tabular form given there are different acid like vinegar. This one is vinegar, this is acetic acid. Tomato have oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. Tamarind means imli have tartaric acid. Easily remember tamarind, tartaric acid. And lemon and orange, citric acid. And nettle and ant sting have formic acid. So all students, please write all these things in a notebook and solve the questions in our NCERT books. In NCERT book, a question is given that two chemicals, one have their pH is 4, other chemical have pH 6. Two chemical A and B, one is pH 4, other one 6. So which one is stronger acid? The chemical have pH 4 is stronger acid, because this one is a comparative term. Other one, a chemical have pH is 6, other chemical have 10. Which one is basic? The chemical have 10 that are basic nature and 6 are acidic. So this one is a scale, and easily remember, like a normal scale, this one is pH scale. In mathematical, we write the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion. Okay. Thank you, students. In next video, we will study about more about study of salts. And you write all these things in our notebook neatly and revise, and you see video again and again. Then definitely you will get some about the pH and importance of in our daily life. Thank you.